I'm currently standing in Myanmar, which is not in Thailand, so I'm gonna quickly get across again before people start asking too many questions. Well, it was gonna start raining sometime. Just not under the mountains of the border of Thailand and Myanmar. It's fun. I'm currently in an area known as the Golden Triangle. It's where Thailand, Myanmar, and Laos intersect, all in one location. The Golden Triangle, for a long period of time, was known for one thing. Myanmar, this section of Thailand, and over here in this section of Laos, used to be the number one producer of opium in the world. Now, it's just Myanmar. Thailand's really started to crack down on it. And I'll talk about Laos a little later as well, especially in this location. But in Thailand, at least, I was able to stop and speak with a couple soldiers when I was near the Myanmar border earlier. They didn't want to be filmed, but I'll input a little clip here. Of where I was talking to them with. Luckily, they brought me in while it was thunderstorming out. But I was able to speak to them about the drug trafficking. You can notice here, going in this area, there's a lot of police presence and a lot of checkpoints for large trucks. They let me go straight through since I'm just on a motorcycle. But they stop large trucks and search them every single day for drugs, opium, a lot of methamphetamine, meth, and other similar synthetic drugs. And one of the soldiers told me that as early as yesterday, they stopped a large truck that had a bunch of drugs in it that they were going to end up selling in Malaysia. What they do, at least in this part of the border with Thailand and Myanmar, is that Myanmar uses Thailand as sort of an in-between to get all their drugs from Myanmar to Malaysia to be sold. Thailand's really started to crack down on it, which is a nice positive. Across the river there is Laos. Laos is a country that's currently socialist but welcomes communism and one of the poorest in Asia. But looking over in this direction, it certainly seems like they're doing well economically. That's mostly due to this area of Laos being known as the Golden Triangle Special Economic Zone. This zone here, just the tip of Laos that connects with Thailand and Myanmar, is backed by a Chinese group. This Chinese group in this area runs this fancy casino right there. That's the King's Royal Casino. In 2018, the US government flagged this area as a criminal organization and sanctioned it. Right now, in this area in Laos, in this particular spot, there's drug trafficking, animal trafficking, and human trafficking. This entire city in Laos is completely backed by criminal activities. I would honestly like to look a little bit further into it and go there. There are trips that are available that are really touristy that go there. That being said, as an American, don't really want to put my faith wholeheartedly into going to an area that's been sanctioned by the US government. So I'll remain here on the Thailand side of the border and look from abroad. This area of Laos is still a hotspot for Chinese tourists, especially from their food trade, where they can get tiger meat, bear paw, tiger wine, those sorts of things. If there's an animal that you want to eat, more than likely you can get it here in this part of Laos. The criminal organization that's been deemed by the US government is headed by Zhao Wei. He's come up against these allegations and said they aren't true. That being said, the US government is typically right in these instances, especially with so much tourism coming from the Chinese area. Laos gave this land indirectly to the Chinese to help it grow and prosper and increase the tourism in this area of Laos. Thailand, on this side of the border, this is a tourist hotspot where folks will come, they're able to see Myanmar and Laos and the famous Golden Triangle, where the opium trade was abundant here. They even have a museum all about opium. So Laos decided they also want to get on that action and get some revenue that way as well. Right now, you'll every once in a while see a boat go across with folks that are going to stop there quick. They get their stamp on their passports and they've been to Laos, and they come right back. I'll not be doing that. I'll be entering Laos at a different location. Mostly because I do not want to be detained in this area here. The King's Roman Casino, a fancy building in the middle there, is the center point of all the legal activities that's directly owned and operated by Zhao Wei. And a little bonus for this location here in Laos, in the Golden Triangle Special Economic Zone, is that an abundant amount of cyber scams come from here. So if you ever come across a text message, an email that's worded a little funny, there's a half-decent chance it comes from this location. And unfortunately, with the human trafficking that comes along in this area, a lot of them are forced to work as cyber scammers. They are not allowed to leave. They're stuck there until they finally are able to either buy themselves free or escape.
Bye-bye.